Hey everybody, how's everybody doing tonight? Let me get my stuff out of the way there so I don't get a big mess here. We're gonna open up some mail. I've got some Temu, a couple of Temu things, not a whole lot. Let's see who all hops on. Hey Brenda. Let me get my glasses here, get my fingerprints off of them. There we go. Hey Donna. Oh my goodness, it is warm in here. It is warm. I got some napkins here from Martha from BU Crafty. I ordered from her. I thought I'd just show you what I've got here. Let me open these up. And then I got some Happy Mail from Teresa Forrest. She wraps like I do. And guys, I still think she has some of these napkins. If you just message Be Ye Crafty with Martha, she still has some of these. Hey Cindy. Now tomorrow I will be on early tomorrow afternoon because tomorrow's game day, guys. They're in a tournament they played tonight and they won. And we watched it on YouTube. Okay, here is what she sent. This is kind of an everyday type napkin right here. I got a couple of those. And I thought this little pink Halloween weenish house, I'm going to keep one of those back for this fall. Here's some strawberries because we're the strawberry capital here. And I thought this little Cabbage Patch would be cute because Ashley was a Cabbage Patch baby. That was back in her time. And this right here was a really pretty Christmas napkin. Right here. It's got that on one side and it's got this on the other side. And then some cute cardinals, or not cardinals, little sparrows, I think. Or finches, one of the two. Right there. I am having a good day. I had my grandsons today. Couple little sunflower ones and this cute little one right here. And you guys know I got this for my sister. I'll probably take off that boob. Maybe I'll not take off that boob because she raises dachshunds. I thought that one would be cute. And this one right here has got a pretty Christmas tree on it. Here's a little Christmas village. There. And another little sunflower. And let's see. And she sent me some stuff in here too. Oh, she sent me some extra stuff. She sent me some little hearts. Some watermelons. Some gnomes. And here's a little Merry Christmas. And just squeeze the day lemon and a pretty little card. That's a pretty little card right there. Isn't that cute? Yeah, I just happened to run across her one night when she was on. And what caught my eye was a dachshund, so I went back and looked, and then I sent her a message, told her what I wanted, and she sent them to me pretty quick. Pretty quick. Like I need more napkins, but they caught my eye. Some of them caught my eye because I didn't have any like these. I'm going to set these right up there. Well, let's see. Let's stick them back in the envelope. See if we can get them back in the package. That way I know where I got them. It is cold outside and it is hot in my building. Believe it or not, the heat down the other end is really working on this end. That right there. And then Teresa sent me this from, she lives over in Arkansas. And let me see what's in here. Hey, Susan. Yeah, I watch her and Josh too when I can catch them. It's not very often. Oh, goodness. Teresa sent me a whole package of these napkins. More napkins. I'll have to give some of these away. A whole package of those. Those are pretty on that side. And then look at that side there. That is pretty too. Yes, Lorraine. I have a couple of different dachshunds on my website. One of them actually is a 6-layered dachshund that I did for my sister, and it's on there too. I have a couple different ones. Hey, Beth from the Crafty Edge. And she sent me some Thanksgiving ones. A snowflake one. That was really pretty snowflake. And then a couple of the Christmas tree right here. Here's another one. There's another Thanksgiving, another Thanksgiving, another Thanksgiving. A cute little Santa. A couple of those. And a cute little candy cane. And a little stocking right there. Isn't that cute? That is cute. That is cute. Thank you, Teresa. Let me stick those back in there. Yeah, I've got one that's a layered one, and it is really cute. I really do like that layered one. I made that for my sister, and she just loved it. Okay, I had to go to Joann's and pick up some yarn. I'm making Emma and Layla. I got Emma's blanket done last night. It's that great big chunky yarn. Got hers done, and Layla's is halfway done, and I needed more yarn. And Joann's was having a sale. This was 50% off, so it was $7. No, take it back. It was 70% off. So I got it for about, $4, $1.50, $1, 2, 3, $4, $4 or $5. It was one of their doorbusters. And I like to take these pieces off and just use them. It's really pretty. And then if you bought 3 of the doorbuster, they had all different kinds. If you bought 3, and I got 3 of these, then you got one free. So I got this one free. I did that. And so really I paid $9 for one, and I got 4 pieces, 4 bundles for $9. You can't beat that. And then this one right here was this was 60% off. And it had been, oops, I don't know how much it was, but it was 9 feet. And it's a garland. I just dropped my bell. It is a garland. But I'm going to use some of that in some projects. And let me grab this bell down here I dropped. Oh my goodness. We need that for our project tonight. And then my Temu, I got a couple packages in today. There are 2 or more things in the, oh, there was 2 more things in the package? Let me look, Teresa. Did I miss something? Oh, here's some more in here. Nope, that's what I got. Let's see, I got napkins. Oh, there's a card. Nope, this is from, wrong package. Wrong package, hold on. Wrong package. Let me go back to Teresa's and see if I missed something. She said there's 2 more things in here. Oh, I feel them now at the bottom. Oh, cute. There is a little stocking cutter, and this is a candy cane cutter. You can do them as ornaments right here. Isn't that cute? There's a little stocking, and here is a little Santa boot. Those are cute. Thank you, Teresa. Let me stick these in here so I don't lose them. Hey, Darlene. Okay, let me set those right there. Anyway, Temu. My girls used to watch Golden Girls, and they still watch Golden Girls on reruns. Hey, Sue, how are you doing? And I was on Temu, and I've got 3 of these. And I'm going to have to step back just a little bit. They love Golden Girls. And I blocked Ashley from this page, and I blocked the other 2 girls, too, so they couldn't see what I was doing. And if you can see, let me get it upside down here. You got the girls upside down. Hold on. You can see Blanche. Whoops, right here. Blanche. Dorothy. And now I can't think of her name. Betty White. Whatever her name was. Betty White. And then you've got Sophia. Right there. So I got all three of them. And I'm glad they came in today because Haley's box is going out tomorrow. And I wanted to make sure I put this blanket in her box. And these are like king size little throw blankets. And let me see if I can get it back in this bag so I don't get anything on it. Definitely like the Golden Girls. Rose, thank you. I could not think of that to save my life. Rose. Any other time I could have told you what her name was. And I couldn't remember it. Could not remember it. But I got 3 of these, one for each of them. I used to make the girls a blanket every year, but now I do it for the grandkids. And I usually buy them something. And I'm going to toss it over there so I don't get anything on it. And then I got one other thing from Temu. And I was needing something to put my brushes in. I didn't want anything round because it's hard getting into the middle of a round container. So I bought this little thing right here. And it's just like kind of a secretarial thing. You have all these pieces in it. And it will make 3 big levels. It's not any bigger than my round container here. And I can put all my brushes in here, stack them up, and have them all in one place. That's my thing. And then it actually has rollers too, so I can wheel it around on top of my deal. And it comes with all the different pieces here. And I'm going to be putting it together here pretty soon and get my desk where I can get to some stuff. So yeah, I've been buying stuff to organize. Buying stuff to organize. And that is what I picked up tonight. That is what I got. Just a couple of Temu things. I still got a couple more things coming in. And let me get my chair up here. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Mary Tayo. So I can get up here real comfortable. So, guys, what we're going to do tonight, we're going to make a couple bells. I have done the Dollar Tree bells and remade those before. But tonight, I haven't ordered from Shein. I need to. My niece does, and she keeps telling me to do it. And Ashley does. Ashley does. I picked up these bowls, and I used my drill. I heated these up with my heat tool to get it warm, and then I drilled in so that it wouldn't crack. And it did really good, and it didn't crack. But I've got a hole in the bottom of them. I painted this one already, that bronzy color. And I've kind of looked through it, and I don't see any spots that I missed. And so we're going to do this one here and paint it. So we're going to start putting on a good coat of paint. This is that bronze paint that I mixed up with some copper metallic, some acrylic black, and some acrylic rose gold metallic. And I think it makes a pretty bronzy color. Got a little speck of something there. Let me get a wipe here. And this is the copper right here that I used. I used what I had left of this liquid metal copper. I'm gonna have to look at Shein. I know Brayton, my nephew that plays basketball, he likes to order off of Shein. And he keeps telling me, Aunt Lisa, you need to order off of Shein. So I might look into it too. Is that another hair? It sure is. Get that off. It's the only reason why I hate doing big brushes is I always have lots of hairs on them. Let's get one good coat on it. And then let's kind of tap some paint on the top. And we're going to dry it. You probably have to have another coat on it. They are, Penny? Yeah, these are actually pretty sturdy little containers. They're just the Dollar Tree bowls. I've made the Dollar Tree ornaments a couple times. Yeah, I have used the Home Depot paint. I've used it quite a bit, actually. I made it into some chalk paint. Most of my colors are more like springy colors, so I'll be using some more of those during the springtime. Let's go ahead and dry this up. It doesn't take a whole lot to dry them. Dollar Tree, Cindy. Got them from Dollar Tree. Over like in their party section. And these were just the plain fluted ones. The plain fluted ones. Hey, Lisa. Oh, that's okay, Marge. We just got started. You'll have to go back and look and see what I got on my Temu hauls and my Joann's and stuff like that. This is a pretty bronze color. I love the deep color of it. You haven't touched yours? Oops, I got a big glob right there. It is a pretty color. When I saw Beth make it up, I knew I had to have it. And really, I used a lot of copper, a little bit of black, and a little bit of, I just used this folk art bronze. We're going to make a couple of bells, Barbara. I've already got one done. I painted it earlier. And we'll look inside of it. We'll see if we have any bare spots. Oh, my nose itches today. Hey, Mary. Hey, Cindy Palmer. Whoops. Touched a wet spot. We're going to make a couple bells. They're going to be cute. You could actually put them in a wreath if you wanted to, or you could just hang them up. And I will spray them with probably a satin spray, a satin sealer, if I put them outside. And I may end up just putting them on my Christmas tree where my other bells are. It is pretty, Barbara, isn't it? It is really pretty. Thank you, Jeannie. No, this was some metallic and some metallic paints and a couple of acrylic paints that we mixed together. And the metallic paint is pretty thick. We're going to get the boys again tomorrow because here in a week or so, Lauren will be working back in Fort Smith, so we won't get to see them as much every day because they'll be back in Fort Smith. So we're taking them, and she's coming out and picking them up when she gets off work. I got tickled at Emma today. Well, not really tickled at her. I kind of feel sorry for her, too. She had to get 2 teeth pulled, 2 of the bottom teeth, not your middle tooth, but the one on either side. She went to the dentist to get her teeth done, cleaned. It was supposed to be just a cleaning. And she ended up having to get those 2 teeth pulled because her adult teeth were behind it and pushing them forward, and they didn't have enough room to come in. So she had to get her 2 teeth pulled, and she FaceTimed me, and she couldn't talk straight. She was trying to say mashed potatoes. Hey, Tina Scraper. She was trying to say mashed potatoes, and she couldn't say it. A little bit more up here on the top. I think we're probably pretty good. I'm kind of looking through to see if I have any places that need a little bit more paint. But she couldn't say mashed potatoes, and her lips are still numb, and her mouth is still numb. And I asked her if she's going to school tomorrow, and she says, I don't know yet, Gigi. She said it hurts. And they told her she could either get it out today or get it out next week, and she opted just to get it out today. Thank you, Cindy. I tell you what, the funny thing about Griffin, he hasn't figured out yet that his mama's a twin. To where Declan knows that she is, But Haley called, and I was talking to TJ, and Griffin came over there because he heard Haley talking, and they sound so much alike anyway. And he comes over, and Haley goes, Mama, I've got to get my face off of here because he's going to start crying. He thinks it's his mama, and he can't figure out why his mama's got another baby holding her. So, luckily, Lauren called on Jeff's phone and got his attention because he was about to cry because he couldn't figure out why his mom had another baby. And I kept saying that's Aunt JoJo because we call Haley JoJo. And he hasn't figured out yet there's a twin. He's seen both of them together, but it just hasn't stuck yet. Just hasn't stuck yet. Hey, Connie. This is a cheap way you can make a couple bells. It doesn't take a whole lot to do them. Yeah, I felt so sorry for him. He does it every time if Haley's on the phone and he happens to be here. He just thinks it's his mama. And Declan was trying to tell him, no, Bubba, that's Aunt JoJo. Okay, I think this one's probably dry enough. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to close my paint up here so that I don't get it all over. Let me get my brushes out of here. And we put that stir stick in the trash. And I'm going to sit it there on that plate so that I made some more up tonight, and I've got it in this little container right here, and it keeps it pretty good. I'm going to set it back over here. That way I don't have to make up more. I'm just about out of it. Hey, Sharon, I lost my comments, guys. Declan definitely does. He favors his mom, and all three of the girls favor me for some reason. Now, the twins have Jeff's eye color. Ashley favors me more than the other. Now, Layla favors me and my sister because she looks just like her mama's mini-me. But Declan is a good indication of what if we had a boy would look like. He just looks like his mama so much. Even has her temperament. Very tender-hearted. Just like his mom. Lauren's kind of outgrown that a little bit, but very tender-hearted. Hey, Janet. Okay. I have two rusty bells here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and kind of put some different paints on top of these. I'm just going to sponge on. This is called bronze right here, but it's not the same color bronze. Oh, you're so funny, Janet. You are so funny. It says Baja Harbor. Bar Harbor. This is just a little bit on here, and I'm just going to kind of put a little bit of color more like that one right there, just to kind of make it look a little pitted maybe. I hadn't even thought about that, Janet, but yeah, you're probably right. I got way too much there because I dipped it in my container. And we're going to come over here and we're just going to start tapping a little bit of color on. On top of this color. Love you too, Janet. Janet, I tell you what, I've known Janet for a while, and she is a crackerjack, let me tell you. I can't see what Karen just said. Oh, wow. Yeah, Karen, send it to me. I'd love to see it. I'd love to do decoupage. I can't help it, guys. It's just instant gratification to me. I like doing decoupaging. Okay, you see right here, I kind of got a little bit of this other bronzy color on here, and it just kind of gave it a little bit of texture on it, so it doesn't look just so flat. And we're going to do the same thing to this one. I'm trying to find a good Netflix to watch because there are some nights I really can't sleep and I don't feel like doing nothing but just sitting in my recliner. It is a pretty color, isn't it? I'm trying to, excuse me, trying to pat down my edges here. Now I look like I got kind of little rings. I won't have to kind of put another color in here, I think. And then we got this one right here. It's just got a little bit of paint on it. And I was just using some plaster paint because there's some metallics in that. And then I have a pewter color. I bought some acrylic paint. It's from Art Supply. And this is called Gunmetal Gray. I know, Janet. I need to get up that way. This is called Pewter Gray. It's almost got a blue cast to it. I'm just going to use my same dirty brush. Maybe when Jeff and I come back from Maine, we go back through that way. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that. That has kind of a blue cast. Let me kind of wipe it down a little bit. Nope, don't like that at all. Well, maybe if I really pat it out, it won't look so blue. What does that look like to you? Can you see that color? It kind of gives it a little bit of dark. A little bit dark. I'll just pat a little bit on there and it'll kind of look like it's been banged up just a little bit. I'll mix it in with my bronzy brush here. I kind of like that now that I'm looking at it. It's not so bad. We only need about 3 more thousand to hit 90,000. And when I do, I'm going to do a big giveaway. We're going to be there hopefully right after the first of the year. So guys, invite your friends to come to this page. I'd love to have more on here. I think that's looking okay. What do you think? I know you can't really see that with that light. I think that's going to be okay. That's not too bad. I thought it was going to be bad. Okay, Janet, I will let him know that. Let me get just a little bit more. Oops, that was a little bit too much. I'm going to take this one right here. And I'm going to get this one right here that says it is a antique bronze. We're going to mix them together just a little bit. That one's just a little bit too blue for me. That's more of a silver. That's more of a pewter color. That's kind of what I wanted. Let's just take a thing here. I'm going to mix those two up. That looks a little bit better. I like that a little bit better. It's not so blue. That's not so blue. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. That almost looks like a steel color. That looks like almost a steel color. You see that just a little bit better? I know it's hard to see with these lights. You get around that edge a little bit and up here on the... Okay, I like that. I'm going to be up nights fixing on these, working on these quilts for the boys. I've just about got all of the jeans cut down and cut out. You cut all the zippers out because I got an idea for some zippers. Some little jean zippers. I cut most of the tabs off, but I cut all the pockets off. Some of them even had some little pockets. Kind of drag that down just a little bit. Let me get a little bit more right here. A little bit more. There we go. Now you can see that one a little bit better. I just kind of came around that just a little bit. Now the nice thing about these right here is I have some lids for them. And I'll put that on there. And let's just move this out of the way. I think I dropped it again. And where did it go? Let me see if I can find it. Well, I can't find it, so I'll just grab another one. There we go. I think it rolled underneath my table here. It's just big enough that it can. Just big enough. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit of jute. And I'm just going to try to make it go up this little hole right here. Let's see if we can thread it through that hole. Let's see if we can do it this way. We're going to put a piece of wire through it. I may could use this wire too. Okay, let's put that wire in there. I tell you what, let's just use the wire. I've got plenty of wire here. We can just use our wire. And that'll be okay. We can do that. I think that'll work anyway. It'll hang up. When you can't sleep, I craft or watch my video. Oh, well, thank you, Cindy. Probably got some pretty funny ones out there that makes you laugh. Okay. Let's just go ahead and thread this up. Thread up our rusty bell. And I don't know how I need it, so I'm going to make a twist in it. I'm going to twist that wire all the way up. Let me cut this off a little bit. We don't need all of that. So let's twist our wire. Which way are we going? Hey, June. Guys, if you would all share this out, please, I would love for you to share it out as far as you can get it tonight. Okay, I kind of twisted my wire here. And I'm going to trim this off right where that one is. And I'm going to put it through this hole. Whoops. Well, I'm having a time hanging on to stuff tonight. I'm having a time hanging on stuff. My hands don't want to work. I'm thinking here, guys. Hold on just a second. I'm thinking. I don't want it to like pull up. And this doesn't really make any sense what I'm going to do. Okay. Now let's do this. If I would have had, I don't really have any way to tie a big knot. Okay. So I'm going to take this little bead. I'm going to wrap it around. And then I'm going to come back up through it here after I've wrapped it around a couple times. We're just going to kind of hold. Well, that's not going to work either. Let me think about this just a second, guys. Let me think about it. We got to figure out a way so it doesn't pull up. Let me think about it. I'm going to put a little bit of glue. So the only thing I can think of is use some glue. I'm just going to make me a little tower here with some beads. And we're just going to kind of make it a little, I don't know, a tube, for lack of better words. These are just some beads that I have. I think that'll hold. I hope it'll hold. This would have been so much easier if our yarn would have fit. Where there's one way, there's another one. Yeah, I'm gonna put one on the outside too. But this one I need to kind of have it I may end up and just use one strand of jute if I can't get this to work. Come on. That goes all the way through. Guess it's just a matter of finding the right. Now, guys, we're gonna take those off. We're gonna go with one piece of jute. I know I can get one piece of jute in it. One piece of jute in it. Hey, Shar. We're just going to use jute. That's what I wanted to use anyway. That way I can tie a knot. Where there's a will, there's a way, right? We're just going to tie it on. We're going to get it. Tell you what, this just doesn't want to work for me tonight with nothing I do. Let's put a little bit of glue on the end of our deal here. There we go. Now we can get it. Come on. Guys, this is going to drive me crazy. Do I have any thinner? I don't see any thinner. Boy, that was stuck. Okay, we got glue in there. That's the problem. There we go. Now, we're just going to tie us a knot right here. And I'm going to come in here, and I'm just going to put some glue right in there to keep that from pulling up. Maybe. Let's take a piece right here. This is just really wanting to test my patience tonight, isn't it? I need a threaded needle. I broke the last one I had. I just need to go to Amazon and order me some more. But this hole that I drilled really isn't all that big. We're going to get it. I should have tied a knot in it before I pulled it up in here. There we go. We got it. There we go. Now we got it. I'll do the next one that way. So I've got my one little piece here, and I'm going to use this when we start to tie things together. Let's go ahead and do this one because now we've got it. We know what to do. It's not going to be as hard as that first one. The second one's always easier. Let's get a piece of jute in here. Let's tie it off. Okay. Now, we're going to start tying some knots right here. That's what we should have did a while ago. We should have tied our knots. Tie a couple knots. And this is going to work. Like I said, the second one's always easier. See, we got that one. Let's tie a couple knots up here. So it won't pull through. And now we've got these two right here. So since this one's a short one, I'm going to tie these right here together up at the end of the short one here. Yeah, I did. I tied a knot before. It's on the second one. Right? No kidding, Sharp. I have made these before with the other kind of bells, and they were so much easier. But I didn't have to drill a hole in those either. Ah, thank you, Mary. Okay, now we got these two together. I'm going to take some of that greenery that I have, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to put a little tie about right there. So I'm going to come down and tie me a little knot. Another little knot. Come on. My hands would work good. I wouldn't have a problem. It's much easier if your pieces are the same length. So now we got our two bells right here hanging. Okay. We're going to go ahead and take some of this greenery. And I'm just going to take some of these right here. And we're going to put one on each side. Let's see, we'll put that one there. And let's take this one out. Let's find another one that's about the same length. Let's take this one here. And then let's get this one that's got the pine cone on it. And a heavy wire. This little bush here was like $9.99. That's what I paid for. And got four different things here. And let's take this one right here. It's got a pine cone. There we go. And then let's take these dark beads. We got a few of those. Trying to find it's not connected. And one more. There we go. Now we're going to take these 4 pieces here and I'm going to wire them together because we're not going to put them on the tops of the bells because they're going to come apart. We're going to start wiring these together. We're going to take just a little bit of wire. And I'm going to wrap it around me. Twist it a couple times here, and then let's just start wrapping it all the way down. And then we'll twist them together. I am feeling better, Ruth. Hey, Cynthia. That one was a little sharp. So you got 2 pieces here. One's got a little bit more snow on it than the other one. But that's okay. We'll just make sure we got the more snow here on this side. And then I'm going to take these 2 pieces here and we're going to start wiring those. It just makes it easier if you can wire them. You have the same shirt. I got this one at Bar Harbor, downtown Bar Harbor. Mike took us down there this last summer and I found these and I love it. And I've got a black one that says a person is inside of a car. And you know how the back of cars sometimes they have like stick figures of the family. And the little bear goes to the other bear. Look, the menu's changed. And I thought it was real cute. Hey, Cynthia, I see it now. I haven't been looking up much, Cynthia. I've been trying to figure this little bell out. All right, this is about to drive me crazy. These bells need to kind of go like this. And we're going to tie it until it does that. But it's a cute little shirt. You love your picture of your deer? I'm glad you got it, Cynthia. I'm glad you got it. Okay, now they're kind of sitting like I want them. Okay, now let's take this. This is going to be our hanger. Right here. And I'm just going to wrap this around it to tie it on. It's still going to be like that when it hangs up. Because we'll have this hanging up right here. Let's make sure this is out. And then let's take our little berries and we're going to put just a little bit of glue on them. I'll have to hang this up so you can see. I know it's going to work. Let's put a little bit of berries in here. There we go. Now they're sitting. I'm just kind of stick it in that greenery there. Stick that one up here. There it goes. And let's put a little bit of glue on this one. We'll kind of stick it down in there just a little bit. Right in there. Okay. Now there's what we got so far. And I know it's kind of wonky and it doesn't want to lay right, hang right. But we have it just like that. And it's going to hang. These bells are going to kind of dangle underneath this. And then I grabbed some ribbon. We're just going to make a simple bow. I could get my bow dabber out, but I'm too lazy, guys. We're going to try to make one with this. I'll have to hang this on my front door so you can see it will hang right. It's just a little harder to hang it. Let's do 3 loops. Cynthia, if you get those little bells at Dollar Tree, I'm going to drag my Christmas tree out tomorrow. I'll post a picture of the one I made a couple years ago with the Dollar Tree bells. Okay, I'm going to hold and just cut that right there. And now I'm going to take a long piece of it. Let's wrap it around it. Guys, I'm not on this late or on this long. I don't do long videos very often. I just tied that in a knot. Let me get my pieces all lined out here. Okay, this one goes over there. And I'm going to spread this out right here to cover up my pieces that I clipped off. I hear an ambulance going by. Hear it up on the highway. We have it right there. I'll tell you what, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to loosen this up. We're going to put the whole thing together. I want to loosen this up right here. That doesn't sound good. I'm going to put the whole thing here and retie this where the whole thing is hanging onto this. Let me get my 2 little pieces up right there. I think this is why God gave me twins, trying to do something with one hand sometimes. I'll have to wait till I hang this up to get my loops here really good. And now let's bring our tails out. And let's let the tail come around this side. There we go. Now when they hang up, it'll hang up right here with this little string. And you can make that string longer or shorter if you want it to. Oh, here's my scissors. And see, now they're hanging pretty good right here. I'll have to straighten up my bow just a little bit. Maybe make it a little bit shorter. I may put in a little bit more greenery to where it come down here on the end just a little bit. I can just pull that up like that so you can see it. And that will look cute hanging on a tree. You could put it on your front door. You could hang it anywhere, really on your porch. Anywhere. But guys, it took me a little while to get this tonight. Maybe I'm out of practice just a little bit here lately. And there we go. Isn't that cute? You got your little bells there. Got your little, you can actually see them in here. And there we go. I'll go hang this on my front door so you guys can see it. I'll take a picture of it. But anyway, guys, thank you, Cynthia. That's totally okay. Anyway, guys, I'm going to work on this bow just a little bit. Sometimes you need to just hang it up and then work on your bow. And we have a cute little set of bows. This will look pretty cute on my Christmas tree. Put it on the top again. Anyway, guys, it only took me an hour to do this. Normally, it doesn't take me that long to do something. But you guys all have a great evening, and I'll send you guys all later. Bye-bye, everybody.